Shalom, family. Welcome back. This is Brother Maurice with part 8 to the truth about Moses, Aaron, the Levites, and the Levitical priesthood. In the last video, we talked about the holy watchers, which are the Irkadeshi, and the fallen angels, which are the Dekardarchi. And we see today which of the angels are providing for us. But now let's continue, because we have Moses with the children of Israel at Mount Sinai. We're going to continue with the book of remembrance of Moses in Moses chapter 9, verse number 16. And you shall teach them how to pray. So Moses had to teach the Israelites how to pray. And how to learn holiness. For they are responsible to remember. And let them pray at sunrise to prepare for each new day. And pray at sunset to account to themselves and to me how they lived their day. And send those that you can to make amends in confessions and repentance with those of the oasis of Kadesh Barnea. And I will come in power to be with you, as you instruct the people in all these ways. And Jeshurun is the law, and Shabuah is the testimony. And may every one of them walk in reverence as they approach to enter into the covenant in the days to come. And it came to pass that all was done in preparation during the 10 days. And on the 8th day, the mountain on the top began to show smoke, and fire came out of the mountain. And the earth shook, and the people were afraid. But Moses encouraged them, and he told them that the mountain was excited at the prospect of their entering into a covenant of kinship with it and with our father Enochseed. And we know that mountains carry the burden of the Lord as their righteous definition. And in this case, the mountain had been carrying his burden for his people in captivity in Egypt for a long time. And Moses told them that the mountain would not hurt them. And on the 11th day, all the Israelites assembled themselves on the western side of the Mount Sinai, just between their settlement and the mountain, and at the place where the stream ran into their place of water on its way to a pool near where their gardens were. And the power of the presence of Enochseed was felt by them. And all the angel of the presence that spoke from the bush walked with Moses. And the wind blew the smoke from the mountain down, and it cascaded over the people, announcing the presence of our father Enochseed. And then the wind changed, and the smoke lifted up into the heights, like an invitation to come to the Lord. And every person heard the words, I am the God of your fathers, even of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am Enochseed. And many fell down astonished and could not stand. And it seemed to me that the Lord made his announcement, because in his knowing, he knew that many would choose not to walk in the way once the day had passed that the covenant was presented to them. And the strength of the spirit of the people felt was such that nothing more could be done on that day. And not one person could deny that they heard our father Enochseed say. They could not deny what they heard our father Enochseed say. And in the days ahead, Moses taught the people every day and he taught them according to the instructions he had received, beginning with the living water and on to righteousness. And he taught the people for 30 days. And his teachings were hard for some to comprehend, because they had not set their minds on heavenly things. Did you hear that? They had not set their mind on heavenly things during their time in Egypt. But for those whose thoughts rose above their mental labor, there the teachings of Moses were borne witness. So now the teachers were borne witness to by the Spirit, and their lives were forever changed. And many a doubting heart found. So you had those that were able to accept these things, and those that could not, and they doubted these things. It's sad. It's just like today. For the first time in this pilgrimage, a strong assurance that they did indeed do the right thing to come out of Egypt, and a realization of what it meant to be of the house of Israel began to come to them. And it is hard to put it into words, but I could feel what it meant to them to know for the first time that they each one were loved by their God, and the worth of their souls compared to what they felt in their slavery could not be torn loose from their hearts ever again. And these in the house of Israel. And from that day on, let me read this again from verse number 25. And it is hard to put in words, but I could feel what it meant to them to know for the first time that they, each one, were loved by their God. And the worth of their souls compared to what they felt in their slavery could not be torn loose from their hearts ever again. And these in the house of Israel from that day on walked with dignity, and they loved Moses and truly rejoiced with their gift of life. And voices were heard in the night as the people spoke together about what Moses taught them that day. All right, family, we'll continue in the next video shortly. Love you, family. Shalom.